This is Ramakrishna School of Student Mathematics, ZPHS, Taralpalli, Varangal district. We are going to learn mathematics of 10th class, 14th chapter, statistics. In this, our first video, we are going to discuss mean for group data. How to find mean? To find mean, we have three methods. Direct method, assumed mean method, and step deviation method. In this first video, we are going to discuss only direct method. By using this method, you are able to solve every problem of exercise 14.1 easily. So kindly concentrate on this topic. What I am presenting on this video, you have to listen carefully. Then only you will solve every problem of 14.1 exercise. Okay, children, try to concentrate and do all the problems yourself. If you have any doubt after listening this video, then ask your teacher. He will clarify your doubts. Okay, now I am going to present our lesson. First of all, we have to recall formula to find mean for ungrouped data. In that formula, we have sum of the values of all observations, that is equals to f1x1 plus f2x2 plus f3x3 plus f4x4 plus so on up to plus fnxn. This is sum of the values of all observations. Next, we have to find number of observations also. To find number of observations is equals to f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus f4 plus and so on up to fn. By using these two, we have to find mean. Mean is equals to sum of the values of all observations by number of observations. In place of that, we are writing f1x1 plus f2x2 plus f3x3 plus f4x4 plus fnxn. And in the next, in place of number of observations, we are writing f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus f4 plus up to fn. Okay, here in short, the formula, we write this as x bar is equals to sigma fx by sigma f. Now we are going to solve an example for ungrouped data to find mean. Here the question first. In question, what they given? The marks obtained in mathematics by 20 students of class 10th of a certain school are given in table below. Find the mean of the marks obtained by students. Marks obtained, that we have to take as xi. Marks obtained, 10 marks obtained by 2 students, 20 marks obtained by 4 students, 32 marks obtained by 3 students, 38 marks obtained 4 students, 40 marks obtained by 3 students, 45 by 2 students, 50 by 2 students. Here this data in the horizontal form. In solution, we are going to write it in vertical form. Here I taken one extra column. In this, what we have to do? Here we taken the values of marks obtained as it is in the first column, number of students in the second column. The first column we are saying that is xi. In the second column we are saying fi. x1 f1, x2 f2, like that, xi fi. 10 marks obtained by 2 students, 20 by 4, 32 by 3, 38 by 4, 40 by 3 students, 45 by 2 students, 50 marks obtained by 2 students. What they given in the question, that we copied as it is. But what to do in the next column? In this column, we have to find fx. We have to multiply f and x now. We have to multiply First column, first row, second column, first row. So 10 and 2. By multiplying 10 and 2, we are getting 20. The product of next 20 and 4, 20 by 4 is equals to 80. 20 and 4 product is 80. Next 32 and 3 is 96. 38 into 4 is 152. 40 and 3 is 120. 45 2 is 90. 52 is 100. Like this we have to write in the third column. This is prepared by ourselves. Now we have to find the sum of sigma f. Sum of frequency we have to call sigma f. What is the total of that one? 20. After that we have to find the total of fx also. Sigma fx. Sum of fx is what we have to say? Sigma fx. Sigma fx is equals to how much? 268. 9 plus 2 11 plus 5 16 plus 9 25 plus 8 33 plus 2 35 3 4 5 6 658. After this we have to write the formula to find the mean. The formula what we written in the earlier slide, that is we have to copy here. It is x bar is equals to sigma fx by sigma f. This is the formula to find the mean for ungrouped data. Okay, here in place of sigma fx we have to take the value 658. In place of sigma f, what to take? 20. Okay, by cancelling these two, what we will get? 32.9. So the answer is 32.9. Mean marks of all the students is 32.9. Okay, here this is the method, easy method. Here we solve for by using formula. We solved this. We written only one extra column. We taken formula, in that we substituted these two values and we got that answer. Like this we have to go to and next example also. In that next example what we have? The question number 2. The runs scored by Virat Kohli in 40 matches are given in the table below. Find the mean of his scores. Previously how we did like that, we have to proceed here also. Here runs scored we taken as xi, number of matches we taken as fi. Virat Kohli scored 10 runs in one match, 35 runs in 4 matches, 45 runs in 5 matches, 50 runs in 6 matches, 63 runs in 9 matches, 90 runs in 7 matches, 100 runs in 8 matches. Total 40 matches. In 40 matches, he did the scores like this. This data they given in the horizontal form. To take solution of this, we have to write that to find solution of this, we have to write that horizontal form into vertical form for our convenience. Here we have to write, we have to fill the last column again by finding fx. Here we have to multiply first row columns, first row of first column and second column. Okay, that will be 10 1 10 1 is 10. Next 35 4 is 140. Next 45 5 is 225. Next 56 is 300. Next 63 9 is 567. Next 97 is 630. Next 108 is 800. Next what to do? Here we have to find the total of number of matches, that is total of f1. So fi, here sigma fi we have to write. Sigma fi is equals to how much? 40. 40 matches already we see in that question. So the total of all matches here we have 40. Here again we have to find the sum of fi xi also. Sigma fi xi is equals to how much? 2672. 7 plus 5, 12. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus 6, 16 plus 1, 17. Here we have 1, 9, 15, 20, 25, 26. 2672. Now we have to take the formula of mean now. Mean formula here we have to write mean is equals to x bar is equals to sigma fx by sigma f. In this we have the values for sigma fx and sigma f already here. So we have to bring the values of sigma fx in place of sigma fx here. The value for that is 2672. We copied that here. Again we have sigma f also there. What to copy here? The value 40 we have to bring there. Now we have to cancel. We have to simplify these two. By cancelling these two, what you will get? 66.8. 66 point is the mean for that. Okay, the mean of Virat Kohli's scores is how much? 66.8. Okay, this is a method for finding ungrouped data. To find mean, we have to do like this. Already you learned all these things in 9th class. So we have to go further now. Now we are going to find arithmetic mean for grouped data. In this methods to find mean for grouped data, we have three. The first one is direct method. The second one is assumed mean method. Third one, step deviation method. First of all, we are going to learn direct method. Here what to do? What is the difference? Why we have to use this direct method now? What points we have to remember? Remember that while allocating frequencies to each class interval, the score which is equal to upper boundary of a class would be considered in the next class. Again, the second point also we have to remember. For every class, we require a point which would represent the entire class. For this, we have to find midpoint of that class. This midpoint of that class called as class mark of that class. So here to find class mark, what to do? We have to add upper class limit and a lower class limit and half of it. Upper class limit plus lower class limit divided by 2 is equals to class mark. This is very useful to solve our problems in it. So observe this carefully. Now finding mean for grouped data by using direct method. The question we are taking, how we solve this problem by using direct method. Okay, the question. The marks obtained in mathematics by 20 students of class 10th of a certain school are given in the table below. Find the mean of the marks obtained by students. Here marks obtained we taken as xi, number of students we taken as fi. This question already we solved for ungrouped data. What is the difference we will get after solving by grouped data? You have to observe. 10 marks obtained by 2 students, 20 marks obtained by 4, 32 marks by 3, 38 by 4, 40 by 3, 45 by 2, 50 by 2. So now we are going to solve this. Before going to solve what to do, we have to convert this horizontal table into vertical table for our convenience. Here we take in 2 empty columns additionally. Observe, previously we taken only one for ungrouped data. Here we taken 2 columns. In these 2 columns, what to do? Why we taken additionally these 2 for solving this mean in direct method? Okay. Now in the third column, what to write? Class marks. Class marks we have to write, and we taken that class marks as xi. How to find class mark? Here in the first column, we have class interval 0 to 10. We taken this data into groups. 0 to 10 marks, how many persons we have, that we have to write. Here 0 to 10, how many we have in this? Nobody, because here we have 10 marks. Here we have to take up to 10 only, not including the 10. This is exclusive class. Here we have the same. Here upper limit and lower limit both are equal. So we have to say here we are not to include this 10 in this class, 20 not in this class, 30 not to include in this class, 40 not to include in this class. So we have to include 10 marks in the next one only. That's why we are not taken 2 here. We taken 0. 0 to up to 10. So how much we have? Nobody is there. Here we have 10 marks students, we have 2. So we are not taking the 2 here because up to 10 only we have to take here. That's why this is 0 written. And in the next one, 10 to 20. So up to 20 only we have to take here. How many persons we have up to 20? This is 20, so no need to take this. Here up to 20 we have only 2. That's why we have to bring the 2 students to in this class. In the next class we have 20 to 30. Up to 20 to 30 we have only 4 members, so we bring that 4 to here. In 30 to 40 we have these 2 classes, 32 and 38. Both marks we have to bring it to this. That will be 3 and 4. That total will be 7. At last we have 40 to 50. This is the last class, so we have to include 50 also in this. No classes we have further, so we have to include that 50 also in this. So 40 to 50, how much we have here? 3 plus 2 plus 2. 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, here we changed this into class interval, groups, classes. Here they given only ungrouped data. This ungrouped data we convert into classes now. Here 0 to 10 class, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Like that we distributed this number of students according to the question. Now we have to find class marks. In this class marks, we have to write what? In the first column, we have class interval. Add lower limit and upper limit. In this class, the lower limit is 0, upper limit is 10. Add these two, 0 plus 10, that will be 10. And off it, 10 by 2. 10 by 2 is how much? 5. Write 5 here. And the next 10 plus 20, 30. 10 is the lower limit, 20 is the upper limit. We have to add both 10 plus 20. 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 by 2 is 15. Now, in the same way, we have to do the next one also. 20 plus 30, that is 50. 50 by 2 is 25. Okay, what is next? 30 plus 40 by 2 is 70 by 2. 70 by 2 is 35. Okay, next one you guess. I think you will do it easily. 40 plus 50 is 90. 90 by 2 is 45. Okay, we filled that column. Simple, we written only the class mark. This class mark is nothing but the mid value of that class. 0 to 10, if you write the mid value, the mid number is 5. 10 to 20, if you write the mid number is 15. We written only that mid values here. We are saying that mid values here as class marks. This number 5 is representing this 0 to 10. This 15 is representing this 10 to 20, like that. Next, what to do here? We have f and x. Now, next in that last column, we have to write fx. As previously we did in for group or ungroup data, how we did, like that we have to do here also. Okay, find fx. Here we have to multiply f and x only. So 0 into 5. 0 5 is 0. Next, 2 15 is 30. Next, 4 25 is 100. 7 35 is 245. Next, 745 is 350. Like this, we have to fill the last column also. Here we completed last 2 columns. Here we taken class marks. In this we multiplied f and xi. So For group of data, we have to write 2 more columns additionally. Okay, now we are going to find the total of frequency, that is sigma f. Sigma f is equals to the given 20 in question also. If you total here, then also you will get 20. 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 4, 18, 18 plus 2 is 20. Next, no need to find the sum of xi because we have no sigma xi in our formula, so no need to find. Here we have to find the sigma fx. So sigma fx is equals to 690. 5 plus 5, 10. 1, 1, 2 plus 4, 6 plus 3, 9. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1 is 6. 690. Okay, now the formula we have to write. Mean is equals to, mean we have to say x bar. X bar is equals to sigma fx by sigma f. In place of sigma fx, we have to copy the value of sigma fx. So what is it? 690. Okay, copy it. And in the next one, sigma f. In that we have to write 20. Next we have to cancelled both. Then we have 34.5 is the answer. So mean is how much? The mean marks are 34.5. This is the method to find the mean for group of data. Okay, are you okay now? Are you clear it? Now we are going to solve the next one. Now finding mean for group of data in direct method for the second question. The following distribution shows the daily packet allowance of children of a locality. The mean packet allowance is 18 days. Find the missing frequency f here. In the question, they are not given the frequency of 19 to 21 class. So we have to find that value of f here. Here, the answer they given in the question. Whenever we are going to solve a question, we have to read the question thoroughly first. In that, what they given, what to find, you have to know clearly. Here, they given the mean packet allowance is 18 rupees. So the mean they given here already. So mean answer they given, we have to find the frequency to get that mean. For which value we will get this 18 rupees. If you take the correct value, then only we will get 18. Otherwise, we can't. So how to get this value? We have to find now. Again, we are going to solve this state solution part. In this, we have to write that into vertical form again. We have to take 2 more columns extra. In that, we have to find class marks first. In that class marks, we have to write the mid value of the class intervals. So 11 and 13 we have here. In this 11 and 13, the mid value, we have to get 11 plus 13 is 24. 24 by 2 is 12. So we take in 12. In the next one, 13 plus 15, 28 by 2 is 14. Here the simple method to write all these class marks is you just add the difference what we have here. The difference of 2 consecutive upper limits or 2 consecutive lower limits. Anywhere, if you check, that will be equal. So here 15 minus 13 is 2 and 13 minus 11 is 2. So the difference, the class size, we have to call that as class size. Class size we have to add every time. Then that will be easy to write. 12 plus the class size is 2. 12 plus 2 is 14. Again 16. Again 18. Again 20. Again 22. Next 24. Like this we have to fill. In the previous example also we have to do like that. So here we have fi and xi now. Now we have to find fi, xi. What will be that product of f and x? We have to write in the last column. 7 12 ja. 7 12 ja how much? 84. Next 6 14 ja how much? 84 same. Next 9 16 ja is 144. 13 18 ja we have 234. F into 20, we have to write 20f as it is. No need to write the number because we have variable there. So 20f. Next, f5 into 22, we have to write that will be 110. 4 into 24 is, we have 96. Okay, here the total of number of children, that is f5, we have to find sigma f5. Sigma f5 is equals to how much? 44 plus f, because here we are unable to add this f into the total numbers. So we have to write separately 44. The total of all these numbers is 44 and write plus f. Because we don't know the value of f, that's why we return plus f as it is. In the sigma fi also we are facing the same problem to write the total. Here the total is, then total number of the total of all the numbers is 752, but we have 20f also here, so add 20f as it is. That is 752 plus 20f. Now here we are having f and f here, but we are unable to solve directly. Here we have to use the formula again. Mean is equals to x bar is equals to sigma fx by sigma f. Don't forget the formula. If you forget it, we are unable to solve any problem. Okay, remember it compulsorily. Here sigma fx. Sigma fx, in place of sigma fx, we have to copy the value 752 plus 20f. In the place of sigma f, we have to copy the value 44 plus f. Here we are unable to cancel these two. But what to do here? They given the value, the mean packet allowance is 18 rupees in the question. So the mean they given. So in place of mean, we have to write the value. That will be 18. Okay, after this we have to do cross multiplication to solve this problem. Here, after doing this problem, we will get the value of f. Okay, now we are doing cross multiplication. That will be 752 plus 20f is equals to 18 into 44 plus f. Okay, 752 plus 20f is equals to 18, 44 just 792, and 18 into f is 18f. If you bring f terms one side, other numbers are, we bring to another side, then that will be 752 minus 792. 1844 is 792. We taken the two left side, that will be, the symbol will be changed, 752 minus 792. Here 18 into f is 18f. We brought this 20f towards right side, that will be minus 20f. 752 minus 792 is minus 40. 18f minus 20f is minus 2f. Both sides we have the minus symbol, so we have to cancel it. Then f is equals to 40 by 2. The answer, what you will get? 20. So in the place of f, we have to write 20 to get the answer 18. Okay, here this is the important problem. So this type of problems you have to practice more, then only you will be solve this type of problems in exams and you will get good marks. Okay, here the time to give assignments to you. So in this assignment, I given two problems to you. One is in the model of the first problem, and the second one is in the model of second problem. Okay, you just listen carefully. That again, if you are unable to do these problems, you again listen the same topic and do the problems yourself. Then you will be confident on you. Here you have to answer for these third and fourth also. The mean value can be calculated from both ungrouped and grouped data. Which one do you think accurate? Here we did the problems of ungrouped and grouped, but are we getting the same answer or not? Why we are not getting the same answer, which is accurate? You have to think and write yourself. When it is convenient to use group data for analysis, why we have to use this group data? why we are not using ungrouped data, why we are using, why it is convenient. You have to think yourself and write your analysis for this. Okay, thank you. Hi children, I hope you understood this lesson where we will solve every problem of exercise 14.1 by using this direct method. Practice every problem yourself, then only you will be confident on you. Okay, all the best. Don't go anywhere. Stay home, stay safe. All the best.